Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Tonight, very special guest. I know if you guys follow her, she's been gone for a minute, but now she's back. She's firing at all cylinders like she ain't never left. But she's back on the platform once again, and this is part one. So we're gonna do a part two next episode, but this is gonna be part one. Welcome back, Monica Meeks. What's going on?
Thank you, Darius. I'm excited to be back.
I'm glad to have you back. This is a request not only by me, but also my cousin Ron, which he will be a part of part two. And he really wants to get back on the platform with you. I mean, you guys are just hilarious together, man. It's been I kind of miss it too because I could just see you two just going back and forth and everything. I could just enjoy my drink. I just gave my platform to you guys and just let y'all have it. So yeah, I'm glad that you back on. I know you've been gone for a minute. What you been doing since you've been gone?
Well, we are official empty nesters. My husband and I, our 20-year-old son moved out August 1st. So I was just making sure he was straight and he's straight. He's a junior at Austin P State University right now. So now that, we know he's good, we're good. I can do what mama can do what mama needs to do.
For sure, man. Before we get started, what you drinking on tonight?
So look, I have my tumbler from my veteran sister Yolanda Jones, and it's just H2O for me because yesterday I had to have a drink, an adult beverage at Casablanca's off of Riverside. After that county commissioner meeting, I had to have some libations. So tonight is just H2O, water,
I
good
hear
old water.
I hear that. And I want to shout out Austin P too, because if y'all don't know, Austin P had a big victory this past weekend. MTSU, which is Middle Tennessee State University, which is a FBS school.
Yes,
So if y'all don't know, Austin P is an FCS school. So to give you an old school terminology, uh MTSU was one Division 1A, and I want to say Austin P is Division 1 2A. I
yeah,
think that's how it went down back in the day, but they changed it up. But it was a big win for Austin P. I'm so proud of him,
yes.
especially being an alum myself, Austin P alum. So happy to see that. Hopefully, they have a great season. This is the start to a great season,
I
which
think so. Let's go P.
let's go P. If they have a great season, hopefully they can keep the coach. We all know how things go.
Hmm.
Coaches at small schools have a good year and then
They
they out.
balance. Yeah.
So, um, before we go any further, man, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a little review first and foremost, before we talk about some local issues here in Clarksville, Montgomery County, Clarksville, Tennessee. For y'all don't know, Montgomery County, Tennessee. But this is what I'm gonna be reviewing, and I'm only gonna take a shot of it because tonight I'm actually gonna be drinking Sprite,
Okay.
but I'm actually gonna take a shot of this one particular drink and I'm gonna show y'all what it is. All right. So y'all know I'm a Crown guy and everything like that. Crown Vanilla, that's my drink. I always mix it with Dr. Pepper cream soda or root beer float, whatever. But this is what I'm gonna be
Oh,
reviewing:
okay.
the Crown chocolate.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna review this. I think they said it's out just on a limited edition. So let me go ahead and take a shot of this. I'm gonna give y'all my honest opinion. Okay. And just for y'all to be clear, I haven't had a drink in a long time. So
Uh-oh.
yeah.
You might need to do half a shot.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, I had little light drinks, stuff like that, but nothing like really hardcore. So all right, here we go. Oh
Uh-oh.
man. Yep, you can taste the chocolate in that.
You can?
Yep. You can taste the chocolate. Uh still have you can still have that same crown taste to it, but now you can definitely taste the chocolate in this.
Oh man. Okay.
So it's like I think it's like is it dark chocolate? I want to say is this dark chocolate?
Show the bottle again.
It just says chocolate. So
Oh yeah, it does say just chocolate. Yeah.
yeah. So but with that shot, it's pretty good. I'm surprised to be honest with you because I didn't think it was going to be good at all. Um, what's the taste? It tastes like Hershey's
Oh.
Kiss.
Oh, the
That's what
Hershey's Kiss?
yeah, that's what it kind of tastes like. Like
Okay.
they did that Hershey's chocolate and everything, but it is good though. There's something that you could definitely drink straight or take a shot of. If anything, I'll probably give it like a 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. It's a smooth
But
taste.
actually it is.
Okay.
It's definitely a smooth taste. I'll drink this again. Matter of fact, this might be something you might want to. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Probably mixing it with some chocolate milk. I'm gonna see how this goes.
Oh, with some chocolate milk?
Yeah, like I know there's flavored alcohols or just
Yeah.
alcohols out there with chocolate milk. Um, Me and a friend of mine, we did a review on Buzz Balls, and
Okay.
they had the chocolate milk, basically the vodka and all of that. So, but this one, yeah, it's really good though.
Okay.
Not like that blackberry. That blackberry was nasty,
You didn't like the
terrible.
blackberry?
That was I took a shot of that. Actually, I took that shot for my birthday back in March. And I'm glad I took a shot of it because I sure wasn't gonna pay for a whole bottle.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
that was
You said that was a no-go.
that was a no-go. No, no, never again. And I was always curious about it, but and I know they sold out. I know how these flavors come out. They get sell out pretty quick because everybody wants to try it.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely recommend this. Matter of fact, I might just take another shot of it just
Uh-oh.
because
Go ahead on. It's a
I might
Wednesday
just
night. It's
yeah,
a
it's a
hump day.
Wednesday. Yeah. It's
Do it for
it's
Mike. Do it for Mike, 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 Mike.
take another shot of this. But yeah, let's go and get this thing going. Monica, I know if everybody knows, you definitely a community activist, very involved. You show up and you show out if they haven't really followed you and like that. So let's get into the local politics. What's been going on locally?
Ooh, I have to exhale. A lot, a lot. I always say all politics are local, friend. And a lot of us are not paying attention, even though you can watch, the city council meeting, the county commissioner meeting, the school board meeting. I know people are busy just trying to survive. I know the economy is extremely bad for a lot of people. But while we are snoozing, we are losing. There's a lot going on. You can watch these meetings on YouTube at your leisure. Like some of the county commissioner meetings, they last 21 minutes. That's less than a sitcom. So just so much going on with them. They've defunded schools. They're trying to take money for wrestling. They did an amendment and then they set it to the side where they were asking for $260,000 for middle school wrestling. And I'm all for kids being as active as they need to be, but for you to be responsible, and I won't call his name, responsible for defunding public schools, and then for you to have the audacity to ask for an amendment to the budget so we can have middle school wrestling. There is no facility, there's no storage. And he suggested, well, when I was wrestling, we had the mats in the cafeteria. I said, That's unsanitary, isn't it? After you wrestled, even if you sanitize, you're going to have wrestling mats that people have perspired all over in the school cafeteria. I said, I mean, we have mold. Don't we need to get rid of the mold before we, create some wrestling program that only a few middle school students are actually going to be able to participate in? So it's been a lot of things going on. And people are, I don't get into politics. Well, I always say, whether you get into politics or not, if you are a homeowner, then you have to know that your property taxes are based off of the school board budget. And people, because people will say, I don't have children. Okay. But are you a property owner? Then that money goes towards the school budget. So
Hmm.
just so much going on. Last night was very fascinating. And I tell people all the time, if you like ratchet reality TV, if you like love and hip hop and Real Housewives of Atlanta and all these things, then there's no reason why you should not be tuning in to what's happening in city council, county commissioner, and school board, because it's better than ratchet reality TV. And this affects our everyday livelihood. These decisions that are being made. So just a ton is going on. We got a special election coming up. I think early voting starts September. What's the date? September 17th and runs to October 7th. And the actual primary election day is October 7th, which is my birthday. So we're gonna have some kind of party at the polls or something because it's my 51st birthday. So I don't know if that'll get people to turn out to vote, like a dance party at the pageant lane parking lot or something. But we have to celebrate my 51st. Hopefully, people will take advantage of early voting. But we
Yeah.
have a special election for the U.S. Congressman, former Congressman Mark Green. He has vacated that seat. This is a special election. So normally on the left side, they do pretty well when it comes to special elections. So we shall see who's going to go to that final dance. But yeah, a ton, so much going on. I always tell people, hey, you need to know who your public servants are. If you stay in the county, who's representing you district wide. If you are in the city, who's representing you? What ward are you in? Because I have people that say, hey, Monica, I'm ready to run for office, and we go and do go vote tn.gov, and it's like, oh, I'm not in the ward I thought I was in. Oh, I'm in the county. I thought I was in the city. So just basic civics 101, we really need to brush up on so people will know, like, where's your precinct, who is your representative. They all know me, and I don't live in the city. I know it's because I'm a hellion, but they all, when they see me, hey, Miss Monica, hey, Miss Meeks, how you doing today? And they actually like when we have people that show up. I know, at least on the county side, the mayor always comes over and speaks. Like, they like for you to be civically engaged. It might get on their nerves sometimes, because I did tease one of them one night we were leaving, and I said, I know you tired of me, right? And at the time it was like red hair. I said, when you see me, you go like, shake, shake, shake. He said, oh no, Miss Meeks, I like to see how civically engaged you are. I wish more people were like you. I said, no, you don't. And he started laughing. I was like, you don't want more people like me. So they want you to care about what they're doing with our taxpayer dollars. And there's, to me, a lot of things that we're doing that we should not be doing. So yeah, I know that's a lot, but yeah, there's a whole lot going on, and I need for people to really plug in. If you can't go, then at least, at a minimum, watch on YouTube, because last night all that went down, and I think there was only 124 views on the YouTube page. It's like, do y'all know what's happening? Do you know how powerful the mayor pro tem position is? And y'all aren't paying attention.
Mhm.
And then when I was texting people today, they were like, well, why does Commissioner Leverett want to, go against Wanda Smith? And I said, Wanda Smith
Why
is
not?
she's the city
Like,
council.
yeah.
Dr. Leverett, Rashida Leverett, Ward 5, District 5, I'm sorry. Like, they not go, she's like, and I'm like, city council person Wanda Smith has not been the pro tem for almost a year now. So it's like, we don't know why she's trying to replace her. But it's like, they're not replacing each other. One is on the city side, one is on the county. And then I have people, when Ronnie Glenn, Representative Glenn, I put some respect on his name. Um, when he was running, it was people were asking me, because I was saying, hey, I was going to vote for Karen Reynolds as far as the state senate, and they were like, why is she voting for, or why is she trying to run against Ronnie and take his seat? And I'm like, well, no, she's running for state senator and he's running for House of
Representative.
Representative.
Oh man, we got it. Oh
We
my
got Civics
goodness.
101 is overdue. It's overdue. I'm like, we learning all
Uh,
these line dances, and I'm a fan of where them fans at, but it's like, why are you doing that? One, two, three. I also need for you to know who represents you? Who's your school board rep? Are they for public schools? Or they just on that to be a distraction? So it's like you got to know who your representatives are because they work for us. They might not realize it, but they don't work for corporations. Corporations can't vote. They work for the constituents of Montgomery County.
Yes, yes. I was shaking my head when you gave me those examples, and I'm like, that's okay. I'm not gonna say anything else. Maybe I'm gonna have to take at least two more shots after this one just to
Go on, it's a Wednesday night. Go ahead on.
get get all of that out my system. Uh, Represent Ronnie Glenn. If you once you watch this, I'm inviting you back on the platform. I know we both been busy, so I like to have him back on as well. I mean, I really great guy. You know, every time he sees me, he's always, very respectful. Um, and he will always he will talk to you. He will listen to you and everything like that. So, Representative Rodney Glenn and any elected official that's out there, my platform is open to you. So, I don't discriminate. If you want to come on, come on. You're very, very welcome. Okay.
And can I
Very
just
well.
say for Representative Glenn, he is the only representative on the state level that has town halls. And because he's the only one that has them, like I'm in District 68, I go just so I can get, information. 75 doesn't have it, 68 doesn't have it. And then sometimes he is excluded from events as if he's not a representative. So I need for those people in positions of power to make sure that our only Black representative, when there is something going down, whether it's a prayer breakfast, whatever it is, that our representative, because he's not mine, but he is mine because District 67, 68, I'm not going to go to a town hall if he was to have one. But we need to make sure that he's invited. He earned his seat at the table. He's won by very slim margins, but a win is a win. So we kind of make sure we call them out when they're having, like, especially on the county commissioner side, when they have town halls. And I say, hey, I don't see Representative Ronnie Glenn's name on your list. Oh, well, he's not in my district. And I'm like, that's because of gerrymandering. So you need to invite him because his perspective is not going to be like the other two Republican representatives. So when you don't have him there, you exclude a whole section, like the middle part of Montgomery County, because you're saying, oh, well, I don't have any of his constituents. That's not the point. So just make sure we collectively, it can't always be Monica the boogeyman that corrects everybody. Like if you see something that's not right, you can call it out. You can reach out to your prospective county commissioner and say, hey, I noticed on your flyer here that all the representatives are listed except for Representative Glenn. That's not okay.
No, that's definitely not okay. And we all got to speak up. You know,
Yes.
we need more voices out there. What happened? You said something went down. Was it last night, the other night
Woo,
at
last
the
night.
at the
Last
county
night,
commission?
Darius. Woo. So it started off by the Custom House and Cultural Center executive director. He gets up there. I'm not gonna call his name either, and he gives a quote by Maya Angelou, which really piqued my interest. But he goes from quoting Maya Angelou and the importance of knowing one's history to saying that we need an art panel completely white for those that helped assist with the Alamo. And I'm
Ain't
like,
that? No,
what
go
does that
ahead.
have to do with Tennessee? And he's,
That's
30% of Tennesseans fall in the Alamo. So y'all were on the wrong side of history once again. Like, why are we celebrating this? Because Hopkinsville, if you ever been downtown Hopkinsville, have you seen the murals? Like, it's very diverse. I know we don't like using the
mm,
word diverse anymore, but it's like Black Americans in Montgomery County make up 23% of the population. So you're going to give us, and we also have a high concentration of Korean Americans, Germans here because of the military base, Asians now because of the different industries we have. So when you give me a panel of nothing but, I think there's one white lady, so then they know the importance of that, and all white men, and you say that, oh, well, they help with the Alamo, and it's like, are y'all serious right now? Are y'all
Uh,
serious? Is this what we doing?
mm,
And the thing that got me upset was I was like, let me Google real quick and see who's on this board. And we have quite a few minorities on that board at the Customs House and Cultural Center. So my thing to them is don't be so comfortable at that table that you don't call out such a discrepancy. We have
mm,
quite a few black and brown people that are on the board and they did not call it out. So whenever there was a discussion about the art panels and you're just sitting there and he passes the flyer around or however that transpired and you don't see any representation, do you vote yes, we're still going to have this art panel with zero people of color on it? So one of the county commissioners, because I always email them, reached out to me and he says, well, um, what black Americans assisted with the Alamo? And I said, actually, there were quite a few, but because they were enslaved, that part of history, has been, it wasn't recorded. So I can't help that black people that were enslaved went and fought against the country of
mm,
Mexico, that you can't find out who they is. That means we need to do a different panel. It shouldn't be just specific to those that check the boxes. So yeah, it's just a lot. And I was like, this is how we gonna start. And we started with that, and then it went to conversation on nominating committee, and they put the same, which is really disheartening because when County Mayor Wes Golden first ran for office, he came to one of the women veterans events. He was the only elected official that came. I don't know if he was the only one that was invited, but he was newly elected and he came to the event and he said, and I have him on recording, he said, because first I was live, and then when he said what he said, I said, "Oh, no, no, let's stop." He says, "I'm tired of old white men." But if you look at his committees, you continue to put a sea of sameness on all of these committees. So I don't know if it's because you were new that you felt. He's like, I need for you, some of you ladies, to get on these boards. Like, we need diversity. That was before the whole attack on the word diversity, because people don't understand what it means. It does not mean that you are not qualified for a position. But he went from that to, when I see these names, and I know a lot of these people that he's putting on these committees, it's like veteran, and I'm a veteran too, white male veteran, white male veteran, and they have ties to a certain church. It's like, so you were you saying that as lip service to us, Mayor, or do you really want to see diversity? Because for the last 7 years, we've had the same type of mayor pro tem. So it's either been John Gannon or Joe Smith. And we have a total of 21 county commissioners. No other county commissioners have been afforded the opportunity to be mayor pro tem, which is a big deal because you're number two. So whenever the county mayor cannot fulfill official obligations, then whoever the mayor pro tem is gets to go to these wonderful events. And I think, Joe Smith, he is a very decent man. He's working on his friendliness, because at one point he was not speaking, but he does now speak. But that's not reflective of the constituents of Montgomery County. So they I guess placed his name only on the nominating committee, and a few commissioners started calling it out. Like,
mm,
how do we amend this? Because there are other people who want to be given an opportunity to be mayor pro tem. So for mayor pro tem for the county, one of the requirements is you have to be on the budget committee. Well, I go to the
mm,
budget committee meetings when my schedule affords me that opportunity. We have Commissioner Leverett, John Gannon, Michael Langford, and Joshua Bill. So those four, if we're going by the rules that they set, should be mayor pro tem, right? Well, they
right.
picked Joe Smith, and Joe Smith is not on the budget committee. So it's like you guys keep moving the goalposts because you want a certain aesthetic when it comes to county government. So, Commissioner Leverett very eloquently, and as she said, poised, because she's very poised, uh, she called out and she said she's going to do self nomination for mayor pro tem because she checks a lot of boxes. She does what is right. She's not divisive. She makes points about the budget, all kinds of stuff. She gives great input because there are, unfortunately, some county commissioners, you hear me in public comments more than you hear an elected official. Some of them don't have not said two words in this cycle, and they're county commissioners. So it's like you are not really adequately representing your constituents if you have zero input. And they're I ain't gonna call them out, they know who they are. But it's like you don't ever have anything to say about what's happening with the budget, what's happening with landfills. Like you don't your constituents don't reach out to you and say, hey, could you find out why A, B, and C is happening? So it went down. She did her job. Um, and there was some back and forth, but it was just refreshing to see, her speak truth to power and do it so eloquently because it's just not right.
So they never actually had uh they never actually had what else I'm looking for? Um Actual process in place uh for you to actually become a mayor pro for that position.
Oh,
They
Mayor Pro
never
Tem.
I'm listen, I'm still
Oh,
drinking right
no
now.
more, no more Hennessy for you.
Yeah, Mayor Pro Tem, they didn't have like so it's only two people and
In the last 7 years,
one of the requirements is to be on the budget committee.
right?
Okay. Is that it? Or is there any other requirements to
Well, I guess there's one person standing. So in the nominating committee, I guess they were given the. I'm really not clear on what happened last night. They had a meeting before the informal meeting. So during the course of that, the name that they selected was Joe Smith. And it's like, well, there are other people that were in the room, I'm assuming, that said, well, I would like to wait a minute. I want to be nominated too. Like, why were they given the name of Joe Smith if the procedures are you have to be on the budget committee and he's not on the budget committee? So who submitted Joe Smith's name is the question. That's the $1 million question. And I think I know, but I won't say publicly. Um,
I think I know too. Just by just by what you've been telling me, I think I kind of figured it out, but
mhm.
I'm not gonna say it either. I'm gonna
Yeah,
let my
don't say it.
drink.
Let them do their due diligence, Darius. Let them figure it out.
Yeah, I think you definitely should have more people
Yes.
in the running because to have the same two voices for the last 7 years. I mean, it's like, is there any difference in the voice and then everything? No, it's not. I mean, you probably need to get somebody new in that position, whole new perspective and everything like that. So now everybody else, I mean, make it fair. I mean, if you're gonna
Yeah.
have nominations, at least make it fair in that regards. Now, whoever
Right.
gets that position, but just don't have like these same two people over
No.
and over again. And then some of the county commissioners, I don't know if I know some spoke up. I don't know if others didn't, probably didn't, or whatever. But speak up too,
Yeah. Because
because
that's what you're in that seat for. And I get people are shy, but what I really respect about Commissioner Leverett is she had a notepad to her right. And I need people to go and look. I think it's around um, timestamp 37. I want you to look, just gaze. I'm not going to call anything out, but just she had notes that she had written down. But I want you to look at the body language of people as she's speaking because
mm,
the body language was very telling because what she was saying that she is qualified to do the job. And these are folks that love saying merit based, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. And it's like, well, if these are the requirements, then why was Joe Smith submitted as the mayor pro tem? Because he's not on the budget committee. And it's that whole good old boys, and he's a native son born here. And I don't have anything against the man. At one point, he was my county commissioner before they rezoned. But fair is fair. Like you can't be selective on who you think is getting a job unfairly when there's so much nepotism going around. If you look at department heads on the city and the county side, you will see that it's never really been merit based. It's been, oh, who worked on my campaign? Who knows my niece? Who needs a job? But when it comes to you seeing a person of color in a position, you falsely assume that this person did not earn it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
just, we have to nip that in the bud. I know people say, oh, DEI is not our fight. Well, we have 300,000 Black women in the US who are now jobless because they were fired, unjustly fired. So I need people to really unpack and understand what it means. It's not the flex that you think you, because they like to attach it, oh, go woke, go broke, stop the woke. And it's like when you ask them, because I did ask one because he used it so much. I said, hey, what does woke mean to you? And he says, on a conservative side, it just means, and he started
Yeah.
stumbling and mumbling. I said, okay, I'm having a hard time understanding you. So can you, like in your words, you don't speak for the other conservatives because y'all not a monolith either. I said,
Yeah.
in your own words,
Mm-hmm.
tell me what woke means.
They're not gonna be able to tell you because they don't
And
know.
can't. I said, you can't take a word that we have used for years, appropriate it, and turn it into something that's disparaging and condescending, as if the person, that when you see a person of color, that they are not qualified. Like this, Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown, Charlie Kirk failed out of community college, and he questions her qualifications. She's overqualified for the job, and you think that's okay for you to do when you failed out of community college. And there's certain pastors that follow Charlie Kirk, and he's very problematic. It's like, so somebody broke it down to him, like her resume versus his. You failed out of community college. She went to these Ivy League schools. She law clerk for this person, ABC. Like she checks all the boxes and then some. But you see a Black woman, and the first thing that comes out of your mouth is she's not qualified. It's like, how did we get here to where she's
Or,
she's qualified?
or, or let's just say this: if she was conservative, would she still be qualified?
Yeah,
So that's the question that like a lot of people don't want to ask themselves. Is it only, you know, if this person don't believe what you believe in, they're not qualified, but if they do, they are qualified.
right.
So it's like, come on, make up your mind. Is
You
she or
can't
is
have
she
it both
not
ways, right?
right? And I listen, I've seen some whatever his name is, clips, Charlie Kirk. And I know he does this debates and all this stuff like that. I've seen him get schooled many, many times.
Yeah.
I think that's why he only talked to a certain group of people
Hmm.
and not, some others because I mean, I applaud him for trying, but it's I don't really care about the guy. I'm just honest.
It's, for me, it's
It's
very disheartening when you have a family pastor, whose name we won't call, who says, my daughter, because that's an underdeveloped brain, listens to Charlie Kirk, and she started a youth group at a public school regarding Charlie Kirk. And it's like, you don't see how problematic that is. You don't see how racist this man is, and you are a family pastor in a mega church in Clarksville, and you brag that it's the most diverse church, and that's what your daughter is allowed to listen to. Because that's like me saying, I'm like, how would you feel if I said, oh, my son listens to Louis Farrakhan, and he's going to start a group that follows the teachings of Louis Farrakhan? It would not be okay. So how is it that we just gloss over this racist rhetoric, willfully ignorant things that are being spewed, and nobody says anything? Like, I'll get screenshots. It's like, I said, well, did you say anything? Especially when I was on my sabbatical, it's like, oh, Monica, check this out. And I said,
mhm,
oh, because we talk about 70 some baptisms. Oh, well, praise Jesus, but you can't be baptizing kids and then you don't want to feed them, or you trying to defund public schools. Like, that dog don't hunt, or it shouldn't hunt. Like, you can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, we baptize all these people, but you don't want to give free lunch to all students in Montgomery County. Like, what would Jesus do? Didn't he take the little boy's lunch and bless it and shared it with all those folks? He didn't call it socialism, right? So we like to cherry pick scriptures, and that's very
mhm,
very heartbreaking to see that so many men of the cloth that call themselves pastors and leaders are spewing such hatred. Like, you're supposed to bring the community together. You shouldn't be talking, calling your constituents woke liberals. And I tell people all the time, I'm actually more conservative than you think. I'm more of a moderate, and I get all kind of mailers from Republican candidates. So you can't just assume anything about me, or you shouldn't assume anything about me.
Yeah, like that the whole school lunch thing you brought up, I thought about that. Like we have to send our kids to school, but we got to pay for their lunch.
Mhm.
It's like doing jury duty. You got to do jury duty, but you got to pay for your own parking. Like,
Yep,
what sense does that make?
it should be free.
Definitely
You're
should be
providing a
free.
service.
I'm like, y'all need to reserve spots for these jurors so they can park for free, and we could go do our civic duty and get on with our lives. But no, we gotta pay money just to hear a case that we
I understand. They should have some type of parking passes for if you're selected for jury duty.
look. For anybody want to know my frustration, yes, I did get selected for jury duty. And when I heard the fact that I got paid for parking spot, this if I have to go, if I have to go. But if I do have to go and I gotta pay for parking to go serve my this come on now. Y'all cannot be that broke or that cheap
They are.
just to reserve however many parking spots just for them to do their civic duty and go on with their lives. That's it. That's all we ask for. Just at least pay for it. We could bring our own lunch. You know,
But you shouldn't
we
have to pay for parking, right?
should not have to pay for parking. Or they'll basically said, you park way down Franklin Street by St. Peter AME.
Yeah.
That's my wife's home church.
Oh, is it?
But yeah, that's her home church. So that's actually how we know each other because I'm also an AME myself. Uh, if you know where Greater Ebenezer AME Church is in Greenwood, that's my home church.
Okay.
So, um, but yeah, when I had to go, I had to park all the way down there just to walk to the courthouse. Now, granted, they was doing a lot of construction downtown too,
Yeah.
so I didn't mind that. But still, who wants to walk
That far.
that far to see if a person is guilty or not?
Well, I will say it's refreshing to see that you were selected for jury duty because that means you are a registered voter. They normally pull those who are registered to vote. So that's a good thing
Mm.
because we do need diversity on these juries. I just hate that you had to pay for parking or walk.
I think not anymore because what has happened was a lot of people was giving up their right to vote, not to do jury duty.
Really?
So they stopped
That's
because they will
crazy.
go. So basically, they just go through like the DMV, pull out your name. They don't go through the voter registration anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
That's wow. I didn't know that.
yeah. And I was already deferred like the last 3 years, so it was
And they
like,
was like, nah, Darius, come on in here.
I decided that because I don't want them to send me anything else for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that over with if I have to show up. It's not looking forward to it, but again, if y'all have a chance to do it, just do it, get it over with. Because when they say they defer you, that means you're not out of it.
No,
You're going to get a letter next year, that same time,
they
to
gonna
go
circle back
back.
around.
Yep. So, but yeah, that's my beef with it. I don't,
Hey, that's legit, man, to feel that way, especially because you don't get compensated that much for jury duty.
nope. $11 a day.
I know you lying.
$11 a day. But see, I did that back in 20, I want to say 2014, twenty
Mhm.
fifteen. Well, I had to do it, but I never had to show up. I just had to call in. So I basically got $11 just for calling in.
Oh, okay, you get paid whether you're present or not.
Yeah.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah. But if you never showed up, you just get $11. That's it. But you get $11 a day that you have to show up
Okay.
physically, yeah, in a person. So yeah, but I got that beef. I need to figure out who I need to talk to about that. Y'all need to change some stuff around here.
Are you in District 68 or 67?
No, I need to look at my voter registration card
Okay.
again.
Because you probably need to
'Kay.
hit them up, like, hey, this is very unfair for me to have to drive in and then, not have access to free parking.
Yeah, it's either 67 or 68. I know who my city council is. I
Who's your
know
city
that.
council?
It's Joe
Oh, Mr.
Shakina.
Shakina. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
he's
very active. He gives newsletters and all that stuff to his constituents.
yeah, I get emails from him and stuff like that. So um yeah, I know because he was actually Ward 12
Yeah.
when he first ran, and then right after that election, that's when they just changed everything. I was in a
Yeah.
whole nother ward then, based on where he lived and I lived, they just combined us into Ward 10. So I was like, oh snap, okay.
Yeah.
Ward 10, oh, at least well, we know. And I know who my city council is because I worked on his campaign back in 2020.
I remember that.
So
You did a good job.
appreciate that.
The graphics and stuff were really good. Very impressive.
That was like the most fun I probably had doing anything.
You had fun doing that?
Yeah, I mean, it was because you get to use your creativity and all that stuff, you know. It was just a fun time, even though it was a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
It was just to me, it was just fun for me, and it went by really quick
Okay.
because we had to roll fast
Yeah.
based on when he announced to when early election was. So
Yeah.
you know, those times I didn't get to sleep until about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow. Y'all were hitting the ground running.
Yeah. Yeah, so but it was a lot of fun. I'll do it again for someone else. You know, they ever ask me, I don't mind doing it because I remember what I did the first time. I'm like, okay, I could do this again.
So
So
y'all heard that, right? Because I said I want 21 people to run. Well, 21 is that 42? We need
mm.
every county commissioner to have an opponent. I don't care if I like you or not. You're not good enough to have an uncontested race. So y'all better hit Darius up for y'all graphics.
If you had I know it's probably more than one answer. If there's anybody you could speak to face on camera, like sitting down with them, having a discussion, debate, whatever, locally, who would it be?
Locally, face to face,
Yeah.
it would probably be my state senator, Bill Powers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why you choose him?
I just have a ton of questions on how he started versus how he is now. Because he used to say that he was a rhino, Republican in name only, but now he's just, I have to do what the governor wants. I have to do what the governor wants. It's like, that's not how you started out. Like he won in a
Mm,
special election and he only won by less than 400 votes. He ran against Juanita Charles and he
mm,
had political, experience. He came from the city council. He's homegrown, you know, Tennessean. Wife is homegrown Tennessean. It's like, I really want to know what happened to you that you just don't, because he would talk. We got the Women's Veterans Recognition Day because of Senator Power. We got it signed
mm,
into law because of his help. Him and Representative Jason Hodges at the time. We are one of the few groups that has Women Veterans Recognition Day on the state level, on the county level, and on the city. We have a resolution. And it was like, because there was bipartisanship at the time. So I just want to know, Senator Bill Powers, what happened to you? Why don't you care about all of your constituents? Like he's a shell of him of his former self, and it's very disheartening because he's someone that during COVID, when we got like the first little resolution signed, there's pictures of him with our oldest veteran and our youngest veteran, and our oldest veteran at the time, she still is Miss Nettie Thomas,
mm,
and our youngest veteran was Chelsea Camp. So there are pictures
mm.
of him during COVID. We're all masked up. We wouldn't celebrate it afterwards, but because of him being bipartisan and him knowing the lay of the land, that there's 7,000 women veterans in Clarksville, like Jason Hodges didn't show up. but Senator Bill Powers did. And I told him, hey, make sure you sign this into law next year because it was just, a simple recognition. It was actually a resolution. And then it passed unanimously the following year. But it's like, you should care about everybody. Like he knows medical cannabis will be very beneficial, especially with this high veteran population, a lot of PTSD folks here. And it's like, you just have turned your back. Like he was not for vouchers. If you go back and look at the debate that he did with Juanita Charles, he said he was anti-voucher. He said that, and then when he won, he got sworn and he voted for vouchers. So it's like I know he's a used car salesman, and I'm not making any general statements, but I would love to have a one-on-one, not even a debate, just Q&A, because he won't have a town hall. I was really surprised that he is not running for U.S. Congressman District 7, Mark Green's seat, because my understanding is he had the blessing, and he's trying to handpick his replacement by another sea of sameness. So it's like, what happened to you, Mr. Powers, to where it's so easy for you to forget how helpful
Mm.
you were? Like, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose their soul? And it's like, Senator Bill Powers, you have lost your soul. You have lost your way. There's still some redemption there, hopefully.
Mm.
But he asked when I ran for office, and I know I didn't have a shot in Hades of winning against someone who had $250,000 and who was 18-year incumbent. And he asked one of my veteran sisters, how is Monica doing? Is she doing okay after her? She's like, Monica knew she wasn't going to win, but she refused to let him win, run uncontested. Like, you're going to have some skin in the game. I want to see you down at Veterans Plaza. So it would definitely be Senator Bill Powers, because his wife is very, very nice. She's kind of feisty, but I loved how she interjected when, the whole situation with Doug England and the nasty things that were said and how she was not playing the radio. I said, I'll be the same way with my husband. You say something crazy about my husband. So just the fact that she was like, she checked Doug England real quick, like, and it was almost like, keep my husband's name out your raggedy mouth. It was kind of like a Will Smith situation. So I think she's super nice, but it's like, you should be ashamed of how you are. And I don't know how you sleep at night, ignoring so many of your constituents, because now you have constituents because of what's happening off exit 11, which I'm a huge fan of, with these apartments. You have more black and brown. So
Mm.
when you just only play to your base, that's disgusting. Like, you're all of our
Yeah.
state senators. So yeah, we might need to have a drink or two. My understanding is he likes to drink, so uh we can have a drink or two, Senator Powers, but yeah, we need to have a conversation about how morally corrupt you are.
That'll be a good conversation for you two to have.
Yeah. We
Um,
could we could do it without cameras or anything.
yeah, I mean, I can almost get a sense of what happened, but I'm not gonna say it.
Well, you have to tell me off the air because I'm curious, because I was just trying to figure it out.
I got a sense of it. Yeah, I'll tell you off air
Okay.
because just by you saying it
Yeah.
and me drinking this crown chocolate,
That's
I
liquid. That's
kind of
liquid truth, man.
yeah, definitely. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the shot glass down because
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
not
no more, no more.
no more. Because I'm done. I'm sticking to my Sprite. But yeah, I think that's a conversation. I think not only you, but anybody else who want to speak to their elected officials,
Mhm.
um, don't be afraid. I mean, ask questions. If they don't answer you, then I mean that's their right not to answer you. But you keep pressuring them until you get the answer that you. It might not be the answer you want, but at least you get an answer from them.
Yeah.
So speak up. Speak up when you have the chance. Like I gotta go find my registration card because I know they sent me a new one in the mail. Because I'm gonna talk about this parking thing for the
Yeah,
jury
you
duty thing.
should.
Even though they said it was $6, I don't care. $6, that's
That adds up, man.
sure do.
That adds up. And I will say
Definitely.
they love for you to talk to them. We had a situation where one of my veteran sisters, shout out to Aura Empress. we were looking at the budget, and she saw a discrepancy, and I was like, "What, girl?" So she reached out to her county commissioner, who is Ryan Gallant, and he was like, "Oh." So he reached out to whoever, I guess our CFO or whoever does the accounting for the county, and she was like, "Good catch." And she's just a constituent. Like she's not, she doesn't teach math or anything like that, but she saw it, reached out to her representative, her county commissioner, and he was like, "Oh, good question." And he knew who to ask. So I think they like for us to be involved, engaged, paying attention to what's going on. But when you don't say anything, because some people get mad, they say, "Hey, I don't get any mailers," and I'll say, "Well, do you vote?" Because why would they send you a mailer if you don't vote? I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
if you're
waste
not
my
a
mailer on you. Those mailers
right,
are expensive.
yeah, definitely they're expensive. So if you're a voter, you register to vote, you'll get those. If you're not, it's like, well, you might as well just hear from somebody else, next door neighbor or
Right.
something. Hopefully you neighborly because I listen, I get my, stuff, so I read it too. I
Yes.
definitely read it. I know what goes on, know about the meetings and everything, even though uh I can't watch at times because I'm working
Yeah.
and all of that, but I'll still get like an overview of what's going on. So very
You have
important.
to.
Yeah, it's definitely important. Like you said, you might not be involved in politics or anything like that, but at least should know what's going on locally. So
Hmm.
you at least have a, not saying you have to be an expert, but at least have a basic understanding
Yes.
of what's going on. Before we get out of here, I want to ask you one last question
Hmm.
because we got to save some for part two.
Okay. Good. Our friend Ronald.
When are you going to start your own show? You need to start our own show. You need your own show. I need to produce it. We need to do something because I mean I actually had this conversation with my cousin. I was like, you know what? She needs her own show. She needs
Yeah.
to, you know, call it like one on one with Monica. Who knows? Something like that. Anybody who ain't scared to be in your presence, regardless who it is, I think you'd be a perfect fit for it. What you think?
Well, this is the thing. So I'm just gonna, full disclaimer. I am 50, so I'm part of Gen X. So I try to use StreamYard on Monday because I was supposed to start a podcast in February. I had my girl Tina, shout out to Tina and her daughter. They came over here. I served them brunch. I was writing down notes, Darius. I was like, okay, now what do I do? How do I do capture screen? Okay. So I mean, they spent the whole, and this was the high school, so she really didn't want trying to hang out with me and her mom, but she, obliged and was very helpful. And I got my notes over here somewhere, so I was like, okay, I got it. I figured it out. So I'm just going, and I'm talking about the county commissioner seats, how we don't need any contested races, how there are some positions that are open that are six-figure salaries, and recording it, and it's showing that it's live, and it's like I don't see it, so I jacked up. So I need, like you said, a producer. I need someone to help. Because let me show you just real quick. Because I had this. I have the best husband in the whole world. Mr. Meeks is everything. Uh, let me let me just show y'all.
Let- Let's see what she but.
I mean, I have everything.
Oh, you got the equipment. Oh yeah.
He bought me this for Christmas because he's like, okay, babe, you're gonna you say you're gonna start your podcast, and Miss Tina and her daughter even came over and gave me a class on the microphones. You see where it is, Darius. So that's
Yeah.
the answer to the question is I need some help. Uh because I just it's too much. It's too much. And I do TikTok all the time. But like even if you watch the county commissioner meeting that I only recorded a certain part on my cell phone this morning, but it's gotten a lot of views, but I'm like, I know it's so janky. Y'all don't judge me. It's so janky, but I'm just not tech savvy like that. I'm supposed
Mhm.
to start in February, and then my friends, hey, you gonna start that in September? And I'm like, oh, well, September is Monday, so let me throw something
Yeah.
together. But that too was a no go, so janky. So send prayers and sage and smoke signals and all the things. But that is the holdup. It's just I'm not as tech savvy as I need to be now. Chaz Uffelman, he actually sent me screenshots of how to do to capture the screen, and I'm like, okay, step one, step two. I still have not figured it out because I know, our media is straight trash here. They're very biased. They lean right. They don't do a very good job of being fair or balanced. I have been blocked. We need to put this out there. This to be the hashtag. I have been blocked from Clarksville now,
Oh,
and
wow.
they blocked me after I did an op-ed about diversity, equity, and inclusion. So Chris Smith, I'll call you out. Charlie Coon, who wants to be our city mayor. We don't need you as city mayor, sir. I was blocked after you published my op-ed. Like they blocked me. Clarksville
Mm,
now. So just for calling them out on the mess on how they report, some of the reporting they've done over the years, I have screenshots, has been very dangerous. I don't know if you remember that situation where those young men broke out of the detention center in Davidson County, and Clarksville now jumped on it because you always want to be the first to report. And they said that those young men were in Clarksville. Well, they weren't. It was a staking of misidentity, wrong identity or whatever. So mistaken identity. I want to get that right. And so I reached out to him. I was like, this is dangerous because we have a lot of black and brown boys here. So could you do a retraction? He says, oh, we'll do better next time. You could have gotten somebody killed.
right.
So I've always had issues with them, but Clarksville now, for the record, you don't do a good job of being fair and imbalanced. I looked at your top 10 under 40 and you put somebody as top 10 because he said he didn't believe in masks. I mean, give me a break. Give me, and his past, they gave him a plaque and everything. So they don't do a very good job of accurately representing um, the folks in Montgomery County. And I'll give you the last example is if you go look at the Black Excellence Banquet that occurred on Friday, or if you go look at the Tennessee Black Caucus, that caucus lasted over an hour, and they chose to focus on those who were running for congressional seats, and they were only given 1 minute apiece, and that's what Clarksville now reported. So you should be ashamed of yourself for how you portray black and brown people in this county. And I don't even know if you have any black journalists, but you should be ashamed of yourself. And I'm over being blocked, but it's like you're a news media outlet that censors folks. And there are people who said far
Mm,
worse things. Like when some of my friends, I'm like, girl, how are you still up there? And she's like, I don't know, girls. It's like, because if you block him for saying things, dissenting voices, then there's a lot more people that should be blocked.
right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll get you straight. We'll definitely get you straight. I could real quick after the air, I could just tell you real quick how to get started.
Okay, I
So
appreciate that. Y'all heard that? We got a podcast coming.
we can get you started, and everything like that. And yeah, I mean, listen, speak your mind. If you get blocked, so be it.
Yeah,
So be it. I mean, listen, it's gonna be more people out there, or maybe, some people are just afraid to speak up, but
they
you
are.
probably spoke for them and they're like, well, we glad somebody did it.
Yeah.
So
People don't want to lose their
ugh,
jobs. But I will say this: silence won't save you.
nah,
You can be silent with all this stuff that's happening and think that they won't come for you. They will. They've tried to come after my job a few times. I saw that, a few elected officials, and I haven't really called them out because it's been a slow week. I'll probably wait till next week. Have looked me up on LinkedIn. Like, why do you care where I work? Because I'm a
mm,
disabled veteran. I'm also a retiree. So even if you are successful at getting me fired from my job, I'm not going to the poorhouse because I got other streams of revenue that come in. So what is the point of you, Mayor Joe Pitts, looking me up on LinkedIn? Why? Why are you doing that?
I don't know. Don't
I'm not even in the city. I'm in the
right,
county.
right, right. Yeah, that's yeah, we probably need to save some of that for part two.
Yeah, we
Because
do. About
yeah,
trying to intimidate. You can't intimidate me. I've been to Iraq. I've been to combat. I had to burn feces, human feces, like, and stir it to make sure it was melting. So there's not much you can do to scare me because I've seen the worst of the worst. So, and I always tell them that, like, y'all, I'm a combat veteran. You got a little PTSD going on, so ain't nothing you can do that's gonna scare me. If anything, it's gonna aggravate me and make me mad. It's gonna make
And
me mad.
anybody out there, if you have a platform, if you need a guest, Monica is out there for you, especially if you have a your own black platform, your own platform and everything like that. Please, please
Yeah,
reach out to Monica because she's been good for me. I know she'll be good for you. So, um, and she will come on. Just
I
be ready.
will.
Just be ready. Just be ready because she's gonna come out guns blazing and
I am.
you might need to take you a shot or two just to be prepared for it. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in with us tonight. Monica, thanks for coming on tonight again. Part two. Uh, we're gonna do this again next week, so stay tuned. It's gonna be. I'm looking forward to it.
Me
So
too.
I'm just providing the platform, and I'm gonna let these two
Go
have
at
at
it.
it. I know football season is about to start. So I mean, I know all of you guys going to be NFL season about to start. I know college already started. I know some of y'all mad, some of y'all not. It's one game long season. So, if you're going to be out there, friends' house, bars, whatever, y'all going to be drinking, watching the game, please be responsible and all of that. And I know who my team is, but I'm not going to say anything till after the
Oh, I
first
want
game.
to know who's your team.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, okay, that's not a bad choice.
We'll see how this team will be built. I'll give my 2 cents after probably midway through the season. We'll see how this goes.
Well, I
So
think we all can agree that the Cowboys suck and we should not cheer for them tomorrow. We should cheer for the Eagles. Go Eagles! And I'm
I
not an
I
Eagles fan.
I think probably a good 90% of the country is going to cheer for the Eagles.
Yes.
So I listen. I'm just gonna be honest before we get out of here. I don't like you Cowboys fans. Never have, never will. Y'all get on my nerves. I don't know.
Ardell, boo.
Y'all believe every year is your year.
Oh.
Y'all believe it, and
They are
let's just.
loyal though, Darius. You have to give them that. They are so loyal.
I'm keep my comments to myself. I, I'm gonna keep it to myself. All right. Any last words?
Well, I just want to thank you, Darius, for always giving me an opportunity to speak. You don't censor me. You don't say, hey, kind of stay away from this. You're like, oh, what you want to talk about? Oh, okay, yeah, let's do it. So I really appreciate your platform. I hope everybody will go and follow you on all the streams. I don't know if you want to say those again, but just really appreciate the opportunity you always afforded me from day one. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yes.
You can watch on YouTube or you can listen on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Uh, Thanks for all the support. And Monica, if you have anybody that you know that's willing to come on this platform, send them my way. So
Let's get some
send
county
them my way.
commissioners on here.
Let's get them on here. I don't care who it is.
Yes.
Come on. Uh, this has been a great ride. This is actually the 200th episode of the podcast.
Oh, congrats.
So yeah, I know you guys tuned in to my last episode. I knew I was gone for like a month because I was busy working and all that stuff, but now we getting back to it. I know this year's gonna go by. The rest of the year's gonna go by pretty quick. So we're gonna end this year off. We're gonna start the new year right, and we're gonna have a lot of fun doing it. All right.
All right. Thank you, Darius. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Till next time. We out. Peace.